Governor, nice to have you here at SHOT Show again.
It's
a
great
real
to be.
pleasure.
Yeah.
So you've come many times, and you're a huge firearms enthusiast. Of course, leader of the great state of Montana, which is one of the preeminent destinations and arguably the preeminent destination for firearms companies. Why come to SHOT Show, and tell us about Montana?
In Montana, we protect our freedoms and our Second Amendment. And we have 150 firearms and ammunition manufacturers that are based in Montana. That's more per capita than any other state in the country. And we're here to recruit more. There's some of these firms that are in states that don't really embrace their Second Amendment. These are good paying jobs, advanced manufacturing, and we want more. So we go and we find companies that are looking to live in a place that has a work ethic that won't quit, embraces the Second Amendment, and where the government's going to stay out of the way. And we ask them if they want to move back to America.
Well, Governor, you were just reelected to another 4-year term. Shockingly, your opponent thought it was a great idea to be an anti-gun advocate prior to running for the governor of Montana. Not surprisingly, you trounced him handily, and I'm sure Montana's happy to be led by you for the next 4 years. What are your goals for the next 4 years for Montana?
Well, being the governor of the state, the 25th governor, is truly the greatest honor of my life. I love traveling the state. It's such an awesome place and with awesome people. When I came into office, I was the first Republican governor in 16 years. We export the best beef in the world, the best grain. Unfortunately, for too long, we've exported our kids and our grandkids. So I have two things I'm working on. One is more good-paying jobs, so our kids and grandkids can prosper right in Montana, and then to protect our way of life. So we've been successful in recruiting these businesses. We've been lowering the tax burden. We've passed a law that makes it illegal to discriminate against firearms manufacturers in the provision of banking services, because we don't want woke bankers in New York and California deciding who should not get financing. So we fixed that, and I'm excited to see Montana over the last 4 years. We're one of 2 states in the country where wage growth exceeded inflation. So we're open for business in Montana. We have the best quality of life, and if people love freedom and they want to pursue the American dream, Montana's the place.
Well, you're recognized as one of the leaders among governors, clearly, and you will be at the Governor's Forum today at SHOT Show. One of the questions that's going to come up, another western state, Colorado, is considering a bill that prohibits all semi-automatic centerfire firearms with a removable magazine. What do you have to say about the Second Amendment in general and the importance of protecting the right to keep and bear arms?
Well, our Second Amendment is pretty clear. I don't know how you could do something like that. I mean, because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. There's nothing ambiguous about that. That's why in Montana, I signed a law that said if the federal government, this is more under Biden, but if they passed unconstitutional gun restrictions, Montana law enforcement does not have to enforce them. We're going to protect our Second Amendment rights in Montana.
Well, Governor, your leadership is appreciated here, as I'm sure it is in Montana. We appreciate your leadership nationally, and thank you for being at SHOT Show.
And not to mention, in Montana, we can hunt big game 11 out of 12 months. So it's a quality of life that can't be matched. We want like-minded people to move to Montana.
I understand why. Governor, thank you so much.
Thanks, Nephi.